Okay, next Florida Man Friday. The title of this one is Florida Men, one dressed in bull costume, accused of trying to burn down house with Ragu sauce. So I thought this one would be interesting. The face mask I'm going to use, right now I actually have a hair mask, and it's not only a mask. I'm using the Olaplex number 3 repairs and strengthens for all hair types. Mostly because hopefully the next video will be of Caleb bleaching and dyeing my roots purple. So that's going to be a fun adventure for everybody involved. So I'm trying to you can't get Olaplex number 1 in stores because it's only for cosmetology licensed people. So I'm trying to prevent as much damage and repair as possible using Olaplex. Anyway, so I'm going to cleanse my face first. I just did a workout, and I went and I found my albuterol, like my inhaler, because I used to have that really bad asthma when I was little, and then just exercise induced now. I thought it was just exercise induced. However, I trying to start exercising more, and any amount of cardio, and I just 2 seconds of cardio, 10 jumping jacks. I'm like, I can't fucking breathe. So I was like, let me go find the inhaler that I was prescribed over a year ago probably. And I found it, and I started working out, and I took it, and I think maybe I low-key can't always breathe because, oh my god, I feel like I'm taking in so much air right now compared to normally throughout the day. It's insane. So maybe I just high-key can't breathe. It's a good thing I'm in the business of making an artificial lung, because I might need one day. Alright, so I'm just cleansing right now, and then I will be telling you what mask I will be doing. So this Florida Man story, kind of interesting. What I've realized, I put my thing on top of the towel. Most of these Florida Man stories, I actually read 2 articles on this one. They were pretty much identical. They're all kind of the same. Not the same. They're all very short in length. There's not a lot of background detail. They always try and tell you some other criminal activity these people did. So that's always fun. They're like, let's dig up somebody's past. That's a usual thing. I actually found a Florida Man story of somebody that I saw regularly on Miami Beach. I'm not going to read this story because I don't know how to say it without sounding insensitive, and it's not, because I like to make jokes, but, the dude's disabled, he doesn't have any arms, he paints with his feet, and apparently he stabs a tourist with scissors, who he said was trying to rob him, but the other lady was like, no, he was just asking for directions, and apparently this one-armed man, or no-armed man, he literally had no arms, but I saw him painting, he had some really cool art on display on Lincoln Road all the time. He seemed chill. I mean, I really only ever just walked past him. But anyway, I was apparently he had, armed assaults, that guy had a past charge of, armed assault on a police officer. I'm like, how was it armed assault? He didn't have any arms? See, this is why I didn't want to do that story. I sound insensitive to a poor disabled person. I actually really liked his art. It was very interesting. I wonder if any of the people who I know who are still in Miami, know who I'm talking about. Because when I saw his picture, I was like, I know that guy. Not know him personally. I probably said hi in passing. I don't remember. There's so many artists on display walking down Lincoln Road on Miami Beach. He obviously stuck out because he was missing arms and he was painting with his feet. But anyway, I digress. That's not what this story is about. This story is about 2 Florida men, apparently, tried to set a house aflame using pasta sauce. But the mask that I am doing today is the Ordinary's HA 30% BHA 2%. This is a very popular mask. Everybody's been talking about it. I watch a medical esthetician who's really influenced my skincare routine heavily and goes over all the science, and she really recommends it. So you're supposed to put it on dry skin, not wet skin, so that's why I really dried it on. I'm gonna leave it on for like 10 minutes, and it's actually, I enjoy it. Not just because it looks like blood, although that is a fun part of it, but it is a peel. And I do like the part two a little bit more. So this Florida man story. So apparently this has to do with, it happened in DeLand, Florida. No idea where that is. But it involves Derek Irving and John Silva, 36 and 28 respectively. And they broke into their ex-boyfriend's home and they stole several items, including a flat screen TV. Okay, a wall AC unit and a vacuum. So, weird items to pick, but okay. So basically, the ex-boyfriend of the victim had motion sensor security cameras in this house or apartment that required a wall AC unit. Anyway. And he could only see through one of them because they threw a towel over the other one. And he saw Irving in a bull costume, apparently stealing stuff, and then Sylvia was not in a costume. So, sorry, I wrote this all on my, there we go. So the deputy, he called the police when he saw this on his security camera. It doesn't say whether he was home or not, but I'm guessing not, because he noticed it on the security camera. Why, if you're home, are you looking? I guess that would be safer to look at your security camera before going and exploring what's going on. But anyway, the deputies that arrived in the area saw a red SUV leaving, and they conducted a regular stop, and apparently these guys, it was Irving and Sylvia's SUV, and they told the officers they were just picking up clothes from home. And, well, that wasn't true. Because when the officers got to the home, they found several things missing, including the AC unit, but they also found a pot of pasta sauce, Ragu pasta sauce, burning on the stove with a dish towel, like, conspicuously close, like, really close to it. So it appeared like they were trying to burn down the house and make it look like, oh, it's just a cooking accident. And it's really funny because the victim's quote is, "Who makes fucking sketty at 2 a.m? Sorry, that's not the exact quote. Let me read the quote because it is a quote. Was, "Who gets up at 2 a.m. and fixes sketty?" Anyway, they were charged with unarmed burglary, grand theft, and arson. Shouldn't it be attempted arson? Like, it didn't really happen. Like, you aren't charged with murder if the person's still alive. So I don't think you should be charged with arson if the house is still standing. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. It should be attempted arson, or like, sus arson, you know? Anyway, that's not the only Spaghetti Florida man that I read today. There was also one, which I don't understand this one. I didn't write it down. The problem with Florida man stories is they're not very long, so these are short videos. But this one, it was a couple who got arrested for domestic violence, but what they were throwing at each other was spaghetti, and they both were, like, what did the article say? It said the suspect and victims, in which case they're both, because they both were assaulting each other. So basically they got arrested for a food fight. Apparently it was more that it was intoxication, and this wasn't the first time that they had been arrested. Apparently one of them stabbed the other person in the arm before. Anywho, the headlines are a lot catchier than the stories, like, but they catch you. So that's this Florida man story, is people stealing a wall AC unit and trying to burn down a house with Ragu sauce. So hopefully the next video will be Caleb dyeing my roots purple, well, bleaching my hair and then dyeing them purple. We're gonna see how this goes. It's gonna be interesting. I might have a shaved head, which I wouldn't be upset about. I might actually, because I don't think it works with my face shape. Anyway, till next time.